Hey, it's Bri here coming at you guys with another video, and welcome back to Bootober. I'm not really sure, but my tripod seems to be on its last leg apparently, so we're gonna talk cricket. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just gonna be like, hey guys, what's up? Hopefully my new tripod should be here Thursday. So with USPS, it'll be Friday, right? So anyways, today I want to talk to you guys about spiritual burnout and distractions and what's happened when I had my own spiritual burnout, when other people have spiritual burnouts, kind of like what goes on when you have a spiritual burnout, what it means, how you can get back on track, all of that fun jazz. So if you want to hear my story about spiritual burnout and how I got back on track with my spirituality, well then let's get to talking. What I mean by spiritual burnout is when I first started my spirituality, I was all into it. I was like, I have to do the full moon. I have to do the new moon stuff. I need to pull a card every single day. I need to meditate every day. I need to work out. I need to do all of this stuff. And then all of a sudden it went, and I didn't want to take all my crystals out underneath the full moon. Like, I just didn't even care about the full moon. I didn't want to do any manifesting during the new moon. I just, you know, I wasn't in the mood. I didn't even want to get up to meditate. And I love getting up before everybody else. Like, I'm one of those people that I love getting up before the sun gets up because I like that calm before the storm. I like that moment where it's just quiet and it's peaceful. And I feel like I can talk to my guides a whole lot easier at that time. But for the longest time, I didn't even want to do that. Because I had told myself, like, I went down this huge tunnel. When I first went through my awakening, I was on YouTube videos, I was reading blogs, I had every book you can think of, I have every crystal you can think of, I was surrounding myself, I was going on this huge thing, and it just kind of blew up in my face. There is a thing as too much spirituality, you guys. And you need a balance. It's just like if you're living too much in your human body or your human self and you're going to work all the time, you're not taking any breaks, you're not taking vacation time, all of this stuff, and then you get burnt out at this job that's treating you like crap. Well, the same thing can happen with your spirituality also. You're not taking a break, you're not going into your human self. It's okay to take a day off and binge watch TV. It's okay to go out and just go camping and not even think about your spiritual practice. It's okay to just be in your human self. It's okay to want to go out and eat and see your friends and have a drink and all this stuff. That's fine. But for the longest time, I was telling myself, no, I can't watch TV. You guys, I love movies. Like, I am one of those people, like, Halloween movies especially are my favorite. No, let me rephrase that. The nice Halloween, like Tim Burton and Disney and that kind of stuff, those are my favorite Halloween movies. Hocus Pocus, you guys, Practical Magic, that's where I'm at. But not the scary ones. But, you know, and I love TV shows and all of that jazz, but I was telling myself I couldn't watch any TV, and then all of a sudden Sunday would roll around and I would be exhausted and I couldn't even get myself up off the couch. And one thing we could learn about this year is that we need to slow down a little bit. We need to appreciate the small things. We need to enjoy the time that we do have here on earth. And if that means taking a day and watching movies, then that's fine. So I started giving myself time back. Like, I was feeling myself just pushing on walls. I didn't even want to work out, which I love working out, you guys. Working out is one of my favorite things, and I'm still having a hard time getting back into that rhythm where I want to get up and work out and stuff like that, and I'm working on that currently. But working out used to be one of my releasings. It used to be one of my ways to like not only raise my vibrations, but it was just one of those things that I absolutely looked forward to. I like the way that when I put on my skinny jeans, you know, I like the way I look. I mean, I like to check my butt out. I put on a pair of my jeans the other day and I don't fit in them right now. And that's because I let all of that stuff go, because I let myself get spiritually burnt out. And that is a thing, you know, I was so focused on setting my intentions every day and raising my vibrations and going with the moon cycles and doing this and doing that, that I forgot that I'm also human with emotions. And yes, it takes time, but spirituality is about healing. It's about connecting with your higher self. It's about love. It's about helping others. It's, you know, about listening to your own guides and yourself. And I wasn't even listening to them. And like I said, I hit that wall, and it was a couple full moons. I actually dreaded taking all of my crystals out. Now you guys, I have a lot of freaking crystals, mind you. So to take all those crystals out is ridiculous. Like, seriously. And it should be something fun. Like a full moon releasing ceremony should be something fun. It should be, you should be excited to like release the full moon. So now what I do is I ask my intuition, do I need to participate in this full moon? Is there something I need to release? 9 times out of 10, there usually is something I need to release. But if I feel like it's like a job or like I absolutely have to do it, then I'm not gonna do it, because you're not gonna get the benefit out of it. Like if you feel like you have to get up and meditate, you're not gonna get the benefit out of it. And I will wake up some mornings and I'll be like, I'm just not in the mood. And while usually I'm like, yes, meditation will help, it's okay to come back to it later on in the day. It's okay to come back once you've cleared your mind and gotten whatever the heck is going on up here out of the way. Because there have been times where I'm sitting there meditating and I can't get this to calm down. And I need this to calm down so I can meditate and talk to my guides. So sometimes taking a couple of extra hours, and you know, now that I have Athena, this dog that I just rescued, you know, I take her on a walk, and sometimes that helps me. And then I'm not completely and totally in my spiritual mind. Like I'm just, you know, I understand that there's a yin, there's a yang, there's light, there's dark, there's, you know, you have to have that balance, you guys. You really and truly do. So, like I said, it has to be something that you want to do. Like if you're excited to do a full moon, you know, and I love the moon cycles. Like the moon obviously is one of my favorite things. I get a lot of like my own power, my gifts and stuff from the moon. I am a moon child. So of course my cycles go with the moon, and I notice when the full moon is coming. I know when, you know, a new moon is on its way, like all of this stuff. But I have had times lately where I just didn't want to do it. Now, like I said, make it fun, you know, the ways to get back into your spirituality. So if you have a spiritual burnout and you're just like completely done, and there is such a thing when you try to take on too much, when you try to learn too much, our human body, our human mind can't take all of that all at once. You need to slowly work yourself into it. You need to start with meditating and then journaling, you know, that kind of stuff, and slowly work your way into it. Now, if you're somebody like me that loves to get up at the crack of dawn and you're trying to get back into it, like I'm waking up now at 555. I like angel numbers, by the way. So that's usually what I try to set my clock to also, because I feel like waking up at angel numbers helps also. But you know, I started at 555. Now, one of my really good friends said this, and you know, for a little while, I was kind of dreading waking up early again. It's because you're jumping over timelines. It was Season Vega with Rocky Mountain Medium. She said it in one of her Instagram stories, so I'm taking this from her. I always like to make sure I quote whoever I'm quoting, but or give them credit. But she put it in a very good way. You're jumping over timelines, so that's why it's hard for you to get up in the morning, for one thing, because you're jumping over this timeline to get to, you know, that good place that you need to be, where you're getting up and working out and all of that fun jazz. And I need to jump over those timelines to get back to where I used to be, where I would get up in the crack of dawn and I would work out and I would meditate and everything else, So again, I'm jumping over timelines to get back there. So that's gonna take a little bit of time also, because my human body is sitting here going, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Dude, that pillow, really, really nice. Ego's over here saying that pillow is very comfortable. That bed is very comfortable. So I've taught myself a little bit of a technique also. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Now I give myself to the count of 4 because, I don't know, 3 doesn't ever work. Because I'm always like, hey, just kidding. I've also trained Sammy so she knows 1, 2, 3, up. And she runs to the end of the bed. It's so cute. But it kind of helps me get up also, because, I mean, when that kind of cuteness is excited to get up, so are you. So again, start out slow, guys. Like, if you're trying to get back into it, start out slow. Take it day by day. Okay, I meditated today. Okay, I wrote in my journal today. Okay, you know, maybe I saw a YouTube video on how to manifest. You know, the other thing that was really getting to me was my manifesting wasn't working all of a sudden. Back in May, I was manifesting like nobody's business, and then boom, I hit a wall. And I couldn't figure out why my manifesting wasn't working. Well, it's because I hit that spiritual burnout, and I wasn't, you know, for one thing, I was constantly saying the same thing over and over and again. And you guys got to release some of that. Like, if you're trying to manifest $45,000, you know, you put it down on a piece of paper, you burn it, however you do it, and then you let it go, and you don't do it again. Like, you don't do it the next month and the next month and the next month. No, you already put it out into the universe. Let the universe bring it to you. So the manifesting wasn't working, but I also wasn't technically working either. One of the things that I think really messed with my mind the most was, you know, I had so many people telling me, Bri, you need to be in your spiritual mind, you need to be in your spiritual set. This is how you're gonna manifest. This is how you're gonna manifest, 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 spiritual, spiritual, spiritual. Hello, scream. And I wasn't busting my butt. Now, I'm a hard worker. Like, I like hard work. It's something that I like to do. And my YouTube channel, all of a sudden I stopped posting videos. How are you gonna get more subscribers? Hello, if you're only posting 1 video a month, I mean, hello. How are you gonna get more clients if you're never going on lives? You know, that kind of stuff. Like, I wasn't doing any of the action work because I was so spiritually burnt out that by the end of the day, I was just tired and I didn't want to do it. So I didn't want to put some of the work in. And while I was doing pretty good and staying pretty steady, I wasn't busting through that wall like I wanted to. And the way that I always bust through is by putting my all into something and busting my butt. That's how I've always manifested in the past. That works for me. Now, I had this one lady, and she argued, I mean, tooth and nail with me that I should close my store. I love my store. I love all of my products. I love making jewelry, all of that. But she said that it was what was burning me out. And I sat there for a couple minutes, and, you know, she's like, you need to be meditating every day. You need to be doing this every day. You need to be, you know, always listening to a podcast, always listening to upbeat music and stuff. And while, yes, I'm for all of those spiritual tools, especially when you're having a bad day, but sometimes you need to have a bad day. Sometimes you need to just have a good cry. You just need to let it go. And that's how you're going to heal also. Again, spirituality should be about healing. It shouldn't be like constricted. It shouldn't be one way or the highway. It shouldn't be just this, this, and this, or nothing else. It should be free flowing. It should be however you feel is right. It should be using your own intuition. If you feel like you need to meditate that day, then meditate. If you feel like this manifestation technique works for you, then do that. If you feel like you need to help this person, then help that person. If you feel like you need to take a step back, then take a step back. That's the beauty about spirituality, is that it's supposed to be free. It's supposed to be what you and your higher self needs, and that of the greater good. That's what spirituality is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a strict regimen. You have to do all of this like this or else. No. No. That's just not fair. That's not fair to yourself. That's not fair to others, especially when you get burnt out. So, with that said, you guys, I hope that this helps somewhat. I know I have a tendency sometimes to ramble, but it's like all of a sudden things come into my brain. I'm like, oh, hey, by the way. But the thing is that it's okay if it's happening to you. Just know that even I have had my spiritual burnout. Even, you know, some people I've talked to, they've spiritually been burnt out before. And it's because sometimes you just take too much and you need to stop and pause. It's almost like you're trying to push yourself forward too fast, jump over all these timelines, and your human body is over here going, dude, slow down. Take it one day, one step at a time. I need to catch up. I'm not physically in shape for this. Like, wait for me. It's like that little kid, like, wait for me, guys, kind of thing. So just remember, you know, you need to let your human body catch up also to your spiritual self. Otherwise, again, you're gonna get that spiritual burnout. There is a such thing as taking on too much at once, too much spirituality. Just as there is a human burnout also with your job. So again, where there's a yin, there needs to be a yang. Where there's light, there needs to be dark. Balance, guys. Where there's spirituality, there needs to be humanity. I almost said human inanity. Oh, Queen is making up words, guys. So with that said, you guys, I hope that this video helped. I hope that if you are going through your own spiritual burnout, that you can take a step back, start with the things that you love the most, and then go from there. You know, make it fun again, make it exciting. That's what spiritual should be. Yes, there's gonna be times where you have a lot of work to do. Yes, there's gonna be times where there's trauma that comes up. Yes, there's gonna be times where you have heavy dark energies or heavy dark healing that needs to happen. Yes, there are gonna be some hard times, but it should also be a thing. It should be like a easy way of life. It should just be able to go with the flow. You should be able to get up and want to set those intentions for the day, you know, instead of being like, I need to set my intentions. What are my intentions? Let's just have a good day today, guys. So, you know, living with it, with intention, that kind of stuff should be able to come freely and flow easily. But if you're trying to take on too much at once, you're going to spiritually burn yourself out to where you don't want to do any of it at all. So with that said, you guys, I love you guys very, very much. Don't have a spiritual burnout. If you guys like this video, hit the like button down below. If you haven't already, well, subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.